Hello, I'm Matt from Ludobox, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Warhammer Quest, the card game. So this is a cooperative, scenario-based card game and an adventure game for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and it plays for 30 to 60 minutes. So this is a game in which you are adventurers that delve into dungeons. And you're going to do so through cards, and these cards each represent one basic action. So you just turn a card sideways to indicate that you perform that action, and then resolve every single line from topmost line to bottommost line. And these actions are kind of similar for all of the players, but also kind of different. So they all work the same and have the same basic function, but they also have their tiny differences. So, for example, we have attacking, which may be melee or ranged. We have support, which might give these success tokens to the other players because we support them. We also have rest, which allows us to heal and defend. And we finally have explore, which allows us to get through the location. So a scenario of Warhammer Quest usually revolves around this pile of locations, which is sometimes random, sometimes not so random. And you have to mostly explore the scenarios to get to the boss and beat the boss to win the game. And the locations all have a different setup, a different set of rules, because, for example, sewers might get you sick, or old temples might be filled with skeletons or whatever. And they have monsters in them. So in this case, I've laid monsters for this location. So one open monster that charges onto the and engages the captain, and 3 monsters skulking in the shadows. And to explore it, I need 7 explore. So I'm going to explain how to perform that. The actions are resolved with dice, which give you successes depending on the number of hammers that you got. And if you engage monsters, you also have these black dice, which are the monster dice, because the monsters might hit you if, for example, you explore while having monsters at your side. It's not a very nice thing. So the players would perform a total of 4 actions per round. If you are less than 4 people, it's not a problem. With 2 players, you both take 2 actions. With 3 players, the captain, so the one with the torch, will get 2 actions, and the other ones will get 1 action, and the token moves, don't worry. So this is basically how it flows. To replenish my actions, I have this action with the arrow symbol, and as I cannot perform the other actions if they are bound, I can perform this action to make all of my actions be ready again. So if all of my actions are ready, I can perform them again. So once all of the players have performed their actions, the monsters act, and the monsters act very cleverly. So every player would activate a monster, each one at a time. And activating a monster is very simple. You just activate it by reading and applying the effects of a few keywords. For example, this one retreats in the shadows and hits you from the shadows. So for example, it would go back, this one would go back to the shadows, which is the central area, and hits the Flaming Sorceress for 1 damage, because his strength is 1. So then other people would have to reveal the monsters, activate them, and maybe some monsters engage you, some retreat, some try to poison you, or throw fireballs or rocks at you. That's how it goes. Then once the monsters have acted, the player token moves to the next player, the first player token. We also move the time track up. It might make the scenario more difficult. It might make the boss appear. It might, I don't know, make you find equipment, because sometimes that happens. And then a new round begins with the players and then the monsters. The game ends 2 ways. Either the group is defeated according to the defeat conditions, or wins via the winning conditions, and that is how the players lose or win. At the end of the scenario, you can start again if you were defeated, but if you won, you can improve your character, because it is a campaign game. So you may improve your skills by taking new skills, advanced version of that skill, You can also improve the characteristics, for example, the load burden of the characters. You can also try to find legendary items which may be found in the item deck. And these really blend into your gameplay and are specific to you and you only. So for your information, the scenario, every scenario is not entirely fixed. There is a bit of randomness on every scenario, so you can replay them and not have the same experience. And additionally, there is a scenario that kind of makes a streamlined version of the campaign in 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And it allows you to progress and to improve in the middle of the game. So this works and acts as a kind of a quicker game, a quicker paced game. Well, you know almost everything there is to know about Warhammer Quest, the card game. So bye bye and see you on LudoBox.